Okay, so as promised, we're going to look more at fractions, and in this video we're going to look at equivalent fractions. So, equivalent fractions are essentially two or more fractions that are the same as each other. Okay, they might look a little bit different, but they are identical. It turns out that any fraction we can write in an infinite number of ways. Okay, and fractions are equivalent if we multiply and divide the top and the bottom by the same thing. Okay, so for example, 3 over 3. Okay, so if we consider uh, this as like slices of pizza or whatever, so we've got 3 out of 3, so we've got all of them. Well, that's clearly the same as if we split the pie in 2 and we took 2 out of 2. Okay, it's clearly the same as if, sorry, no, that's gone terribly. I'll just rub that out. Clearly the same as if we just don't split the pie and we just eat the whole thing. So we have 1 out of 1. Okay, and then also if we were to go for quarters, okay, and similarly with a new example we can do, say we split it, the pie in half, and we had half the pie, or if we split it into quarters and we had 2 of the quarters, we've clearly eaten the same amount of pie. Okay, so and as you can see, the relationship between these is it's dividing top and bottom by the same thing. So if we take this example, this is 1/2. That's equal to 1 times 2 over 2 times 2. That's equal to 2/4. We can keep going. We can say this is 2 times 2 over 4 times 2. And that's equal to 4 over 8. Okay, so you can do this for any number. It's not just 2. We had 3/5. That's equal to 3 times 7 over 5 times 7. Okay, that's equal to 21 over 35. Okay, so you can do equivalent fraction. You can also do it the other way. So if you have 10 over 8, that's equal to 10 divided by 2 over 8 divided by 2, and that's equal to 5 over 4. Okay, so that's a quick guide to equivalent fractions. It's quite useful, and if they say write your fraction in the simplest form, what they mean by that is write it so that it can't be made into an equivalent fraction with smaller numbers. Okay, so so for like this example, we've written 10/8 in the simplest form because we can't divide 5 or 4 by the same thing anymore and still have whole numbers. All right, and in this example, okay, 1/2 was actually the simplest form, so we made it more complicated here by multiplying all these things. If we were asked, for example, to write 4/8 in the simplest form, it would be 1/2. Okay, you get it to the smallest possible numbers, okay, on top of each other. So hopefully that made sense. Yeah, like I said, make sure you do some questions on equivalent fractions because they'll be useful for the rest of our fractions stuff. If you understand equivalent fractions, you might understand the rest of all fractions a bit easier, especially adding fractions, right? Because when adding fractions, we really need knowledge of these equivalent fractions. If you did enjoy the video, please be sure to like. If you want to see the upcoming videos on fractions, percentages, and decimals in the coming weeks, be sure to subscribe. But for now, that's it, and I hope to see you in the next one.